Hello, this is me, Mr. JSM Productions, and I'm coming at you with my LEGO World War II Sicily mock. And this is basically a mock of the British landings in Sicily. Yeah. And it's pretty good, I think. This is the mock that I've been working about 3 months on. But I haven't been only doing this mock, I've been doing some customs and stuff and organising my room. So yeah, let's get into the mock. Here we've got a British landing craft. Originally I wanted it to be an landing craft assault, which was the landing craft used by the British, but I didn't have the pieces, so I just made a Higgins boat. Looks pretty good, I think. And it's just coming up and dropping its crew off. I mean, it's load, I guess you'd call it. So yeah, and here's a British soldier putting his helmet back on because it's fallen off, so he's like, got to put my helmet back on. Oh yes, this is quite crazy. Because that is how all British soldiers talked at the time. We all talk like this because we're all very bloody posh, you know what I mean. And so yeah, there's a medic here who's pulling a wounded soldier back from where his leg has been shot off, unfortunately. So he's being pulled back to behind cover. There's a bazooka man here, and he's just got a bazooka slung over his shoulder. Originally this was going to be a gold beach or sword beach mock, but when I began running out of British minifigures, I used some of my 8th Army figures, and looks pretty good, I think. So yeah, then there's a soldier with a Sten gun running up from behind the universal carrier that they were using for cover, and up until they got onto the beach and were able to run around and do their work properly. There's a Bren gunner behind a tank trap here, firing upon the Germans. There is a British soldier here, which is basically the paleontologist from the new minifigure line, with a different head and the ponytail cut off from her hat, and a Lee Enfield. Because the figure, frankly, is really good for East Africa mocks and such, where, well, basically any mock where the Africa Corps or the 8th Army were used. There's a British soldier here and he's with the Lee Enfield, and all the weapons that have got paint on them were painted by me, all the customs were made by me, except for this one, of course, which was a Brickham's one. So yeah, there's a soldier here with a Lee Enfield, and he's running up onto the foliage. Also, the beach looks really good, I think. Lots of nice layering. Goes up layer after layer. Bit dusty though, I think. The sea looks nice and good waves. And then onto the foliage where you've got the grass and the tree and such. There's an officer running through said grass, charging and leading his men on to victory for the British Army. And there's a universal carrier here, firing its Bren gun onto the Germans. And it looks pretty good, I think. Definitely the best vehicle I've ever made from LEGO. So yeah. Then we go on to the trench here, where you can see a German officer coming up to distribute orders to his men. He's covering behind the sandbag as he runs up. He's got an MP38 or something along those lines, which is basically an MP40 with a stock attached to it, with a wooden stock. Well, it was an Italian weapon, I think, and most customizers, they use a stock and MP40 barrel from Brick Arms to make it, and he looks pretty good, I think. There's a German here who's armed with but a shovel, prepared to bury the Allied onslaught with his mighty blows, because he left his weapon in the command center. There's a bunker here, which looks pretty cool, I think. Inside there is a German with an MG42 firing upon the British. Let's get a bit of a view of what the British are facing. Can you see that? Is that good enough? Yes, I'd say it is. By the way, I'm using my iPhone to record this, so sorry for the shakiness or anything. But it is one of the best does have one of the best cameras or recorders and stuff. There's a German here with a Kar 98K firing upon the British, and he's just going pow pow pow. There's a dead German here, and he's slumped into the trench with blood coming out, and there's his Kar 98K next to him. There's another German here drawing back his bolt so that he can send another round in. There's a German here with a Panzerfaust, and he looks pretty good. And there's more foliage here, another tree and stuff. And then we get onto the town. It's pretty bland, but until you get to here, where there is a shell. We have a Royal Navy. The best navy in the world has been shelling the island. Oh, sorry about that, that was my lamp. So yeah, and it's destroyed a bit of the town, with a bit of the ground, and a bit of the path is here leading to the house. There's crates here, an oil canister, another crate, a shovel, another crate, and this is the German HQ, by the way, so that's why there's loads of Germans inside and stuff. There's a mortar crew here. The officer is designating target, and the loader is firing around, which is what this is. You can see the house here. It's pretty detailed. Lamp outside, foliage, decor. So yeah, it's a nice looking house, I think. Let's go on to the interior. Yes. Good house needs an interior. There's German officer here. He's looking out the window towards the Allies. There is a German here who was operating the radio over yonder. He's about to give the officer a message. It's probably orders indicating for him what to do. He's like commander of the area. There's a Sicilian here who is a supporter of the Allies, and he's got an axe out ready to rather brutally kill the Germans. Also, the mortar crewman has a shell here, or a rocket, and he's walking past the grandfather clock. There's a radio. Here's a table with a map on it, a bouquet of flowers, and a bottle of wine. Nice Sicilian wine. There's stairs up to the second floor. Also, this was meant to be a gold or silver beach mark, so that's why there's so much, yeah. I think I've told this story before. Well, up on the second floor, there's the wife of the house with a pistol. He's about to shoot a German sniper here. And, so yeah, and the sniper's about to take aim and fire upon the British. And there's a wardrobe here, which looks pretty cool. And a bed with a lamp next to it. And that's about it really for the mock. Sorry that it's been so long. I've been doing quite a bit, and so yeah, my next mock will probably be a Star Wars mock. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe.